I think at this point in time, we all know that retouching with AI tools is actually much faster than using your manual skills. But in this video, I want to see how much time I would save by retouching a photo from A to Z compared to EVOTO AI, which will do everything probably in seconds. I would lose this challenge badly, but still I want to see how fast I can actually done and compare both and see which result I like the best, or actually you can be the judge also. And full disclosure, this video was sponsored by EVOTO AI to show their full capabilities and actually how much time can actually save you while retouching. And if you're interested in any of their products, I can actually give you a discount code which is Yvens20, which will save you 20% or more on your next EVOTO AI purchase. And also this is an affiliate link, so I want to thank you for supporting this channel and also supporting your business because you'll be saving so much time from now on. For this retouching challenge, trying to beat EVOTO, I am not going to use the Capture One retouching module because it'll be a bit cheating. But we'll be using all the classic tools that I've been using, basically isolating the background, the foreground, just doing final adjustments for this portrait. So let's get started. Timer's on. At this point of the challenge, the focus was to lay out the base ground for a future successful retouching tool. So Capture One did the heavy lifting of correcting everything from the background to the face to the eyes, but nothing too detailed. So basically we just removed whatever we didn't like lighting wise and try to do as much as we can without using the very tempting retouching panel. After finishing our adjustments with Capture One, it was time to now edit with Photoshop. And here's a quick before and after so you can see the impact of Capture One versus the original file. Overall, it took me 5 minutes and 50 seconds in order to get a photo from RAW to something decent for Capture One and to send to Photoshop. So at this point, the race continues. So in Photoshop, we're going to be mainly using a favorite tool of mine, which is called frequency separation. This one is done by Seth McCullough, which is a retoucher, is very famous. I met him a couple of times. My original plan when narrating this is to basically do the small corrections that can be done in Photoshop very nicely using the Wacom tablet and a can of Coke. We're gonna get started and get this done correctly. So flyaways, skin, all the textures that we don't like and all the small stuff we don't like will be retouched using Photoshop. In this portion of the frequency separation, on top of the texture layer, we're also fixing the tone, as you can see here, by using a mixed brush, just to get some regular nice tones all around the skin and to correct the things that we don't like in terms of lighting. And I want to reinstate that retouching flyaways is the most annoying part of retouching, but luckily we're working on a solid background, which made it a little easier to actually get these out of our faces. And I know there's a tool in EVOTO that can do that, and I'm very curious to see how far I can go by removing the most annoying part of retouching, which is hair, in every single form, and I know that you agree. And you'll notice that I stopped using frequency separation to retouch the rest of the hair. I'd rather use the spot healing brush, which makes it really easy to retouch these hair that are either crossing or going across the hair. So much easier tool to use for the rest of the small details. And after retouching the hair, which is probably the worst part of retouching, the second worst part comes, which is dodge and burning. So I like global dodge and burning, it's kind of fun, but micro dodge and burning is a devil's task. It is so annoying to do, but it's very necessary as it uplifts and corrects all the little mistakes that we can see that's coming from lighting or skin defects, etc, etc. And here we are at the final adjustments of this portrait, where I do the final things like skin correction, teeth whitening, and all the color grading that I can't do in Capture One that I do in Photoshop. Let's see what the athlete has to say. So this is the result of the retouching. And we're gonna move to EVOTO and see how we can do. And again, before and after. That's Photoshop and Capture One combined. And now for the next portion, I'm really excited to see how EVOTO will perform because it's been a while I've been working on that portrait. And let me see how much time I wasted actually retouching that portrait manually versus doing it with a very powerful software, which is EVOTO AI. Let's see how it does. So right now I'm in EVOTO about to retouch a photo. So we're going to focus on the same areas that we're going to do. So basically like blemishes, hair, maybe a bit of dodge and burn, of course, and whatever else we can get done in a short amount of time. So let's get the timer started. And here we go. So a few things I have to fix. There's also the base image. I think we started to do the same thing with Capture One. The advantage of EVOTO is that we can do it right away in the software without having to go through Capture One. So let's do that. Let's go. The great thing about EVOTO is that you can do your basic adjustments, which is exposure, shadow, etc., right in the software without having to use any other tool. So that's what we did in this section. Everything looks good now, so let's just go into retouching. So right now we have all this area here that needs to be corrected. Let's just see what it does. Remove pretty much everything in like less than 1 minute 30, or just maybe save 10 minutes already. Let's do what Face Shine does. It's probably like an adjustments for this. Also, let's go dark circles, not too much. As I said, I like to keep it a little natural. Gonna let it compute for a second. Maybe eye bags will do. There you go. Eye bags is a little more powerful. She has no glasses with glare, so we don't need to worry about this. Should I go a little more further on the freckles and acne? Yeah, wow, actually looks pretty good. Look at that. Pretty impressive. Okay, and then there's no wrinkles here. Forehead wrinkles, they should be very minimal, so I'm not too worried about this. Eye wrinkles either. Body blemish, let's see if it can retouch the issues. Oh, yeah, there you go. As I said it actually got away. So pretty crazy. Alright, stomach stretch marks, skin retouching. Alright, so dodge and burn. Again, we can even the skin a little bit here. There you go. That's a little too much in my opinion. Sculpt, that's like contouring, which I did a little bit earlier. There you go. Body skin, yeah, that I like. Skin softening, I don't think I'm gonna do that. It will be a little too much. Even this is like a little too much for me. All right, so the complexion, which is important, which we did with Capture One. So let's get it done here. There you go. So we might see a bit of the reflection of the fruit inside of the face, which is normal. Should exist, but. And because I like to use tools that I don't really explore usually, I tried to use the skin tone, which I didn't apply in my case, so I didn't need it. But I'm really looking forward to the next section, which is hair, and then see how fast I can actually get it done. Oh, hair. The thing Straight hair, that's the thing I love. Incredible. What I spent 10 minutes doing, it's doing it literally as a slider, which is, we're 4 minutes in and I'm like 90% done, which is pretty insane. And almost looks perfect. Now I'd like to fix the eyes, just to give him a bit of pop. Let's give it a second, see the impact. It's a bit too much. This. Catch size is already here, so I don't have to worry about too much about this. The hair is just insane. I still can't get over it.
this is easily fixable in Photoshop, but pretty wild. Yeah, so let's really take a second to analyze. So the eyes are okay. It's a brand new module too, so pretty cool. And the whites, nice, a little bit. Yeah, with some red veins or can be cool too, because that's one thing I didn't retouch, just the same time. All right, let's touch your background. Let's see if we can clean up this stuff that I don't like. Yeah, and did wonderful cleaning up those vignettes that were there. Didn't clean up this. She has visible clothing, so that's good. Cropping needs to be done. Connect the camera. Well, into this. This will be another video which I'll be showing the power of connecting the camera directly and then importing those photos directly into EVOTO so you can get it done in batch. And we're done. Not 6 minutes 30 in. The only thing I would do here is I would clean this up, which I mean it couldn't do, but if I wanted to, I could just change it, which now doesn't to break. Yeah, so the only thing I would have to do in Photoshop is to clean the tag that was there from the background, because the setup was very simple. It was basically 4 cardboard just slapped together, and then this is probably one of the tags that said I'll clean up in Photoshop, which I should have done basically in real life. Other than that, it looks pretty damn good. Honestly, it's impressive. I would just also clean up the marks left by the retouching tool. But again, the face is immaculate. Doesn't look too retouched. It just looks very good. The eyes just a little more this yellowing, but that's mainly it. Again, 6 minutes 30 and we're done versus 30 minutes. So the time savings are enormous. The beautiful thing about EVOTO is that all the edits you made actually can just be copied and pasted over with the next photo that you have. So you have a series of photos using the same setup, the same lighting, or the same session. You can just take whatever you did and apply it on in a batch, which is, again, the 6 minutes or that 24 minutes that we just saved can be exported to now like hours and hours and end of work that you could have done manually, which is all in good. I do it sometimes when I feel like it, just to keep warm. But with EVOTO, you can save tons of time. And this is a matter of like 300% more time saving versus doing it manually. So do it your own. So let me know which actually version you prefer. Do you prefer the manual retouching, which is actually here? Or do you prefer the actual EVOTO version, which is actually here? Let me know also what you'd like to see from EVOTO. There's always a suggestion. I know they're always watching the comments, so you can actually make your suggestion. And if there's a really good one, I actually pick it up and I'll give it to EVOTO, and maybe they can actually have a module pretty soon that's going to be from your idea. Maybe. And I want to thank you for watching. If you like photography content and video content about lighting and all that fun stuff, please make sure you subscribe and also like this video so it can help out with the algorithm. And I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.